Yo, what's up guys, you're watching Epic Pokemon TCG. In today's video guys, what I got for you, I'm going to be showing my list off that I used to get top 4 in a current League Cup that I went to. Now, I want to talk real quick about it. The list is down in the description below, by the way. But this League Cup, I actually decided at like 2 o'clock in the morning that I was going to go. And I started working on my deck and stuff for it then. And I have been playing Blacephalon now for a good little while. I've been going off and on with it. And the reason why I stopped playing it is I just could not get the list to work how I wanted it to. I just, you know, like when you have that feeling like something is missing. And so what I did was I just kind of referenced some lists, and then I found one and I was like, okay, this list actually performed pretty well at a tournament, and our lists were like probably not even 10 cards off. And so I was like, you know what, I have majority of the deck already put together, and so I'm going to just try it out. And I actually had another deck that I was going to play, and I will be covering that on Saturday. So if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to stay tuned for that. So it was between this deck and another deck, and I actually ended up making top 4 at a League Cup. This was the first time I ever actually did good at a League Cup, and of course it was the one I didn't vlog at. And I just kind of decided to go to it because if you guys watch my 800 subscriber video, you kind of know the stuff I've been dealing with lately. So I was like, I need to get out. I need to just kind of go do something. So I decided to go to that. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into the list. I'm going to shut up finally. We're going to start off here, of course, with 4 Blacephalon. I'm going to probably zoom in here. There we go. There we go. Sorry, Kylo. Your beautiful face is going to be... There we go. Yeah, there we go. We can get Kylo's beautiful face in there. So there we go. We got Blacephalon here. We got 4 of those. As you attack Blazer, you do 10, and then you flip over one of your face-down prize cards. If it is a Fire Energy card, it does 50 more damage. And then Fireball Circus, the main attack you're going to be doing with this deck. Basically what that does is you discard as many fire energy from your hand as you'd like, and it does 50 times for each energy you discarded. And so honestly, if you get a bunch of energy to your hand, which is really easy with this deck, you can do a considerable amount of damage in one-shot Tag Team GX Pokemon, which is actually pretty cool. Experienced that a little bit in the tournament itself. But my matchups, round 1 I faced off against Pikarom, and then round 2 I faced off against a Buzzwole, Garbodor, Weavile deck. And then round 3 I faced a Ultra Box, and then I ended up IDing with my opponent that I ended up facing in top 4. So I was going into top 4, the number 1 seed, and I finished with a 3-0-1 record, 3 wins, 0 losses, 1 tie. And when I got in the top 4, the deck is finally, that's when it's, okay, if you hear background noise, like every truck in freaking town is going by my window. Anyway, so I get in the top 4, and my deck just kind of starts whiffing. I ended up missing every single order pad that I played in Top Cut, which was super unfortunate. So yeah, I just got to bricked a little bit. But overall, the deck played very nice. So that's going to be the Pokemon count there. And then for the supporters, you have, of course, 4 Welder, and then you have 4 Green's Exploration. Green is a very, very handy card along with the Welder. The Welder, of course, you attach 2 fire energy, or up to 2 fire energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, and then draw 3 cards. And then Green's Exploration, if you don't have any Pokemon on the field that has abilities, which of course we do not, as you guys see right here, we have the 4 Blacephalon. You can search your deck for 2 trainer cards. It doesn't have to be a specific item. It can be a item, supporter, or stadium, so that's really nice. Just really helps the setup with it, helps you kind of get like some future turns with it. Most of the time what I would do is I would grab a Welder and a Fiery Flint, depending on my hand. So the next thing we're going to be covering is, of course, the gigantic amount of trainers here. So yeah, that's like all trainers pretty much right here. So to get these supporters, we have Pokegear in here. You look at the top 7 cards, and you get to add a supporter you find there. And then we have 4 Fiery Flint. This is basically Ultra Ball for 4 fire energy, pretty much is what that is. To get energy back, we have 4 Fire Crystal and 2 Energy Surge, or Energy Retrieval, not Energy Surge, 2 Energy Retrieval. Fire Crystal gets you 3 Fire Energy back, whereas Energy Retrieval gets you 2. I actually found these, luckily, the night before. I was like searching through all my cards at like odd hours of the night, and I ended up finding them, and they came in clutch. Next up, we have 4 Acro Bike. This is just going to kind of help the consistency a little bit. This is actually a card I didn't really run before. These were really the newest additions, were the Energy Retrieval and the Acro Bike. I was not running those before, and they actually ended up being really good. They came in clutch a lot. Along with the Order Pad. Order Pad I kind of monkeyed around with, but not too much. These are the cards that were like really the newest ones. To get your Pokemon, we also have 4 Nest Ball. We also have an Ultra Space in here as well. But that's just what we have there. Is we have 4 Nest Ball to search out our Blacephalon. 3 Wishful Baton. These are very, very clutch. I cannot stress how good these are. Basically, when one of your Blacephalon goes down, you don't have to play your Welder the next turn to set one back up, unless, of course, they field blower them, because, you know, they weren't loved as a child. But anyway, so basically what you do there, guys, is, you know, you just move 3 fire energy from one of your Pokemon to your bench Pokemon. So that means you can take a turn to use Green's Exploration to kind of reset your stuff back up, search for some fire crystals, excuse me, and just attack again. So Wishful Baton, very, very good card. And it just kind of changes how your turn can go, because you don't have to waste your turn using a Welder or something like that. Next up we have Order Pad. I love these in Swiss. I got to top 4, could not hit one to save my life. And game 1, I really needed to hit heads to win the game pretty much. Like, I would have just basically put it to where my opponent couldn't do anything. And I ended up whiffing, unfortunately, so that just is really unfortunate there. Then final round I played, or yeah, the top cut, excuse me. I played against a Reshizard with text. It had like Arcanine, Jirachi, and such in there, and Dedenne and everything. I think there's the greens version, and then there's the version with text and such. And I faced that. It was actually a really cool deck. I like this deck a lot. But yeah, I just got there and bricked. I had like one huge turn where I one-shot a Reshizard. Like I had I think it was like 4 cards in my hand or something like that. Didn't have many, and I ended up one-shotting a Reshizard. And then after that, I just started bricking like crazy. So it was, you know, pretty unfortunate there. Next up, we have 2 Rescue Stretcher. You can either play this to shuffle like 3 back in your deck, but essentially that kind of turns into 6 Blacephalon. When you really think about it, you have 4, and then the 2 Rescue Stretcher to get them back. So that's your 6 prizes for your opponent there. Next up, we have Fill Blower. Fill Blower is a really good card. Wishful Batons become really huge, and just you can get rid of those. Also, a Skateboard, you can get rid of those as well. And then we, of course, have the Ultra Space that I talked about. And then to round it out, we have Heat Factory. Ultra Space is really good because you can just search out Blacephalon. And on top of that, you can just kind of take a look and see what's still in your deck and kind of, you know, figure out what you need to do there, count your numbers and all that. Also, it helps out with Blazer, too. If you just notice, like, you don't have some fire energy in your discard pile, hand, or field, you can kind of get a general idea of what's, you know, prized there. Because sometimes Blazer can be clutch. And then Heat Factory, you just discard a card, or discard a fire energy from your hand, and then you get to draw 3 cards, so that's pretty nice there. And then we're going to round out the deck with 15 fire energy. That will be the entire list there, guys. Now, if you did enjoy this video, I am going to be doing another one on Saturday. I'm going to be showing you guys the deck that I was going to potentially run as well. It was just really between this deck and that one, and I thought, since I am way more familiar with Blacephalon and I, you know, spent all that time searching out these cards, I'm just going to play this. And the other deck was actually a cool one. I messed around with that a little bit. It was really fun. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Also, go check out my second channel if you haven't done that already. I need to start plugging that more. That'll be down in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I finally broke the top 4 curse. It finally happened. And while I was miserable because I didn't want to leave my room, again, 800 subscriber video, go watch that to get more idea of what I'm talking about there. It was cool to get top 4, finally break the curse, getting the top cut and the league cut. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Have a good day. This is Epic Pokemon TCG, signing out.